Oh my god, we're on the wrong Skype thing. Okay, cool. Hi everyone, welcome back to Dicing with Death, where Neil is never prepared, as Eric will attest.
Eric.
We did Love Bites, and he was like, "Oh my god, you guys, you have no idea how unprepared Neil is before a show. You really don't get it." It was either Eric or Unctuous. They look alike. I have a hard time telling them apart.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, when are we going to get Ryan on Love Bites?
Yeah. I've tentatively RSVP'd to do one at some point.
Next, you cut me out?
Yeah, I cropped you out. Aaron found that first picture. So we were Google searching ourselves in the break.
We
my
Google
girlfriend is
ourselves all the
upset to find that the first one that shows up it was a picture of us together, and I've cropped her out of it. It was for a work website, so they needed a picture of me.
Work party from my work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Wow. Nice.
Anyways, yeah, I'll do Love Bites sometime.
You'll do Love Bites sometime? Great. We'll also
Yeah.
we'll grab Erin for Love Bites sometime too. I need more female guests.
Okay.
Let her know what's going
Aaron,
on.
Neil says he wants you on Love Bites sometime. Do you want us together? Would that be a nightmare?
No,
No,
not together, not together. Separately.
Do you mean one week and I'll utterly demoralize your guests and then bring Aaron on and get the opposite side of things?
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Okay, let's get back to Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, let's get back to cool things, nerd things like Dungeons and Dragons.
So-
Why is there League of Legends on the... No, that's not League of Legends. That's Warcraft 3.
Hearthstone?
That's Warcraft 3. On Home Story Cup.
I don't know. Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons. Okay.
Chat did remind me that I'm very close to leveling with my cleric. So if you do feel like doing XP, we could deal with that.
Do you want to do XP right now, Ryan?
You're the dungeon master.
I am.
I'm used to doing
Master,
it at the end of
thank
the
you.
session, but
Well, you do lots of resting in between. Let's actually see if there's any more encounters before you hit your next town. If there are, then we will wait. If there's not, then we'll go ahead and just give it to you.
I'm praying and casting cure light wounds, cause light wounds on myself.
Cause light wounds?
Yeah.
You sure you're not meditating for cure light wounds?
Cause light wounds.
Okay. Cast it. How many are you getting?
I memorized 2.
Okay. You get them both.
Pass. 3 damage. I'll cast another. Pass.
You haven't failed yet.
8 damage. I have not.
You've cast more than 10 spells. Dice are
I have.
wishes.
We're probably sitting just above average. So I gain a total of 11 HP. To 7 down.
Okay. The dice tell me you have no further encounters before you come to Fezbin.
Okay.
So-
So I make it to Fezbin without getting hopelessly lost or anything like that.
Correct.
Nice. Does it have a wall around it?
No. This town is also unwalled.
Okay. I find that I still yearn for creature comforts, even if I do not need the rest. So I will get an inn room. What time of day is it when I stroll in?
It is pre-evening.
Pre-evening. Perfect time to show up to an inn and not look suspicious.
Yeah. You get once you rest that evening in the inn, or find a nice soft bed to curl up in, you get 1,288 experience
Divided by 2.
divided by 2, so 644.
Calculator. 1280. Okay, 644.
Yeah.
So that will level me up as a priest.
Okay. 5 from science. A Tarrasque with Nick Cage's face shows up and twerks, killing everyone in a nearby town. That doesn't actually happen. That's not the game of D&D that we're playing. That's dicking with death. Dicing with death.
3529 is my total XP. Okay. So next priest level is 6,000. All right, so let's roll for HP, I guess.
Yeah.
Our 8 divided by 2 plus 2.
2.5, isn't it?
Boom!
Isn't it plus 2.5?
No, we were doing 2. I don't know.
Don't you get plus 5 to
I do.
HP?
The extra plus 3 is only because I'm a warrior. I mean, it's
right,
kind of
so it
vague.
shouldn't be 2.5 on each level?
That would be exactly the same thing as doing plus 2 and plus 3.
Okay, yeah. That's exactly... Yeah, I just figured it would be 2.5 because we were doing 0.5s, but you can do 2 and 3. I don't care.
Okay, I mean, I'll do 2.
I think 2.5 is better because you might get more than one priest level at a time. Like, you might get 2 priest levels before you get 1 fighter level, in which case
Yeah.
you get 2 and 2 and 3 rather than 2.5, 2.5, and 2.5.
Yeah, the reason I was thinking +3 for the fighter is because the extra +3 is only because I'm a fighter.
So you're still multi-classed.
Okay, 2.5.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Just-
So 6.5 plus 25.5, 26, 32? 25.5
Maybe we
plus
should go back to just giving you +2 for priest then. 32?
32 HP. I mean, it's either 31 or 32. 31.
Yeah.
32.
No, I mean the 32. It's just a lot of HP
Beefcake.
For a-
Beefcake.
for 2/3.
That's. I mean, I've rolled so many. I've rolled so good. That was the max. I rolled an 8.
You rolled
32. I mean, so I'm only a few. I'm like 2 hit points short of being max HP.
I think yeah, I think your fighters have both rolled 10s for HP. Both your fighter levels.
I think it was an 8 and a 10, and then an 8 for one priest level, an 8 for another priest level, and then maybe a 6 on the last. It's been good. It's been good.
It's been really unlucky.
Okay.
Really lucky.
So I'm gonna go ahead and give myself that religion non-weapon proficiency.
Yeah.
I get another one. So
Yeah.
or I get another non-weapon. So it seems reasonable to grab that, and I get a 2nd level spell.
5 from Starred Dusker. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna turn around and something. I don't remember.
Rick Ashley.
Yeah.
All right. How long after the battle with the Manticore is this stuff?
Like 12 hours.
Okay, so I'm not ready to pray for new spells yet.
No.
Okay. How do I adjust my wounds for the new hit points? I don't know. Oh no. Oh, is this you're searching or is this chat?
No, that's from the thing we were talking about earlier. I still had it up. I just
Okay, chat is not going to see that.
No, of course not. Of course not. Come on.
That is pretty funny. So I think that's it for level 3, right? A new spell, new proficiency, more HP.
Yeah.
I don't think I get new saves until level 4.
No. I don't think so.
But I am continuing to be beefier and beefier.
Yeah. Guess could have given you a couple of manticores then.
No. Although then I would have just gained more experience, right?
Hey, if you could win. If you can survive. Okay. So
I had 25.5 HP. Dirty hippie. That's his name. The dirty hippie.
your guys' name is the Dirty Hippie?
No, it's a guy in chat.
Oh.
He was correcting my math, but not. I had 25.5 plus 6.5.
No.
All right. So I will. How much did the in-room cost?
4 silver.
Okay. So I'll hang around in there and rest. Anything notable about the town of Fesbin?
Let's take a look on the map. Fesbin.
Forest.
It's a small, it's a large town / small city. Population 1,500 ish, 1,500, 2,000, something like that. No wall around it. Seems pretty peaceful. What are you just like crashing, resting, and then moving on, or are you poking around town? What are you doing?
I will. Yeah, I'll probably pay for the interim, hang out there for a few hours, and probably get bored and continue on.
Okay.
So yeah.
So
I pack. Yeah. So I rest for a few hours, pack up my stuff, and wander around town, and
do
then
you
I'll
talk
head
to
out.
people? What do you do around town?
I don't talk to people unless they talk to me. I'm
Okay.
just sort of seeing the sights and then heading out of town.
Large town, small city, fairly packed. Although you're at night, so there's not that many people about. The people that are about are beggars or drunkards or people going to the next party or whatever. Seems that people are fairly prosperous and fairly happy. Nothing unusual.
Okay. All right. Boring.
Boring. All right, you leave and head towards Landori.
Okay. As soon as 24 hours, so I travel on the path now. As soon as 24 hours roll around, I will memorize spells.
Okay.
I have a question for you. Am I automatically supernaturally aware of the powers that I have available to me as second level spells that I have available?
Yes. As you rest, you feel Melkis reaching into your mind and saying, "You have done well, my son.
Okay.
I will grant you further powers if
Okay.
you
So
wish to."
something like well, no, I have augury spell. It's a divination spell. That gem encrusted dragon bone in my backpack immediately makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a third level spell?
That's a second level spell.
Second level. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So I may wish to memorize that. So this one I get to like ask a question of my god. Whether an action in the immediate future within 1/2 hour will benefit or harm the party. Yeah, I guess traveling to Felembra is not quite immediate, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Who the fuck is Grethin Belthor?
Quick question. So is it just one? So this seems like it's a set of sticks, right? With gems inlaid. You made it sound like it was just one, but I think it's like a set of sticks you toss.
Oh, yeah. I'm
So
sorry.
it was
What
like
have
a
you been
bundle of.
You've been using just all spells for your.
I haven't. Yeah, I mean, I haven't made a list. I haven't narrowed it down. I haven't done anything. I've only done like 3
Okay.
spells.
All right, well, if you'd like to make it a list, I can like create a character so you can have like a set spell list. But as a
I don't think
generalist
it's
priest, you
fine.
should be
Yeah.
able to. You should have access to everything.
Well, except no, I don't have access to like some of the weird Tome of Magic spheres, like
Right.
wards and
Right.
I don't remember. We talked about this in the first session. Yeah, so I don't have access to some of the weird like spheres of time and that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's another really cool level 2 spell that I wanted. Ooh, okay, so let's so let's move on. Yeah, I'll keep walking until I can memorize spells.
Okay. You get to Landori, and it's pretty uneventful, and Morbin and Koldar. Each place is as uneventful as the last until you arrive in Koldar.
Hold on a sec. I need to memorize spells and heal myself. Whenever I have. I'm just trying to figure out what second level spell, but I do want to memorize 2 Cause Light Wounds so I can get myself to full HP.
Mm-hmm.
Are you my shit froze? God damn it! I blame your spells for my shit freezing.
Why would you do that?
I don't know.
What? I didn't know that Sensei did sumo.
He did?
Apparently, according to Wikipedia.
Interesting. I mean, he was Japanese, right?
Yeah.
There was a... Fire trap. That's cool. Permanent until... Ooh, that's a fun one. So I can trap something with fire.
Fire
Permanently.
trap.
Yeah. So I do have minor access to elemental. I was looking for... There's one where you can throw little mini fireballs. Is that level 2 or level 3? Oh, maybe that's not to level 3. No, produce flame is second level. Yeah. Hurling magical flame as a missile. Wahahaha. There's a lot of cool second level spells. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
So, but with that augury, it's just immediate future. I'm not going to be able to get any advice on sort of traveling to Felembra am I? What if I were to word it something like, "What happens if I keep traveling north?" I guess it's just like half hour.
Seeks to define whether an action in the immediate future within 1/2 hour will benefit or harm the party. So for example, if the party is considering the destruction of this weird seal. Close.
Yes, Mechu. There is a ranged damage spell I could cast. That's the one I was just talking about. It's produce flame. I get to like summon a fireball in my hand, a little mini fireball like a torch, but I can actually throw it like a missile, dealing damage and setting shit on fire. So that's probably what I'll memorize. But I'm curious about this divination spell.
So augury, it will give you results that will happen in the near to immediate future. So it won't necessarily say what will happen when you get to Philomba, but if like what happens if I continue to the lower rift, then you'll get like something
So
for
I
the
will
next
be
like half hour or so.
okay, but I don't think it will give me guidance if like the lower rift is the correct answer. It's just like if the road up ahead has.
Yeah.
It's a cool spell, and it's a very expensive spell component, so it's sort of nice to be able to have it, but I don't think it'll matter much. Well, I'll continue inspecting these spells more later. I can do aid and become even more of a beefcake.
Beefcake!
But for now, I'll memorize 2 cause light wounds and 1 produce flame. So let us roll for those healings. How many days has it been? So did I gain HP incidentally, or have I been traveling too hard?
You spent 1 day traveling where you would have gained HP through the forest. So
Okay.
1 more.
So casting the first cause light wounds upon myself.
Mm-hmm.
Pass. 8. So I will actually be at full.
Did you get another max HP? Jesus!
What? Yeah.
You and your max HP rolls, dude.
I only needed a 6.
Okay.
Okay. So I now have 1 cause light wounds and a produce flame. Okay. So you said we reach Landori some days later?
Yeah. I was actually going to say nothing interesting happens in Landori, and you continue moving on.
Okay. All right. Then I guess I'll replenish that second cause light wounds at some point and just continue on the road.
Okay, yeah. You continue to Morbin and Koldar, all pretty uneventful.
Okay. In Koldar, I will inquire as to what this fort. I guess inquire as to what's coming up along the road. Presumably revealing that there's a fort up ahead.
Yes, Fort Galax. At this point in time, Fort Galax is still under construction.
Okay.
It is a small town that has having a fort built in and around it because Atrila has grown in power recently, and now they have financial holdings to properly secure their borders.
Atrila?
Yes, it is the seat of power to the southeast.
Oh, okay. Zooming out, I'm seeing now all these forts.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the town that I skipped, right?
Yes.
Under construction, huh?
Yep.
All right. I'll continue traveling then. Along the road to Fort Galax.
Okay.
I don't like the tone of your voice there.
What, the okay?
Okay, if you want to.
Okay. As you get to... I'm sorry, you're in Koldar, right?
Yeah.
As you head out onto the road, you are shaken to the ground by a large explosion, and you feel a wave of heat wash over you, although you take no damage. And you look, and the building to your right has just completely exploded in a fireball. In a ball of fire. Not necessarily a fireball spell.
Shit. I'll loosen my maul and investigate. I'll run towards the building.
Okay, there are people coming out that are pretty exhausted, like damaged and coughing and hacking up blood, covered in soot and smoke. And also out of here strolls a man in black robes, who seems completely and utterly fine, and he looks around the street, dusts himself off a little bit, and starts walking down the road back in towards town.
So this is which? So what do you mean back in towards town?
Like you guys are on near the edge of town, not quite
the northwest edge or the southeast?
Northwest.
So I'm on my way out.
Yeah, you're on your way out of town.
I will follow this man. So he's wearing a set of black robes.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have any weapons, armor, equipment of any sort that's visible? A backpack, even?
No, black robes to the ground. He absolutely looks the archetype of a wizard.
Okay. Does he have like spell components and stuff hanging off him, or
Yes.
it's just his robes? Okay.
No,
So it
spell
does look
components
like
hanging off of him in a small pack with him as well.
Okay. I will jog to catch up with him, although I actually can't. Well, I can if
Okay.
I'm. Yeah. if
I mean,
have
he
time.
notices
Just speed
as
up.
you start jogging towards him, and he turns around and says,
I put my hammer back on my back
it's
after.
like, "And you? Are you looking for trouble as well, little one?"
I am trouble. Was that you? I say, and I point to the ashes of the building.
And what if it is?
It's quite impressive. Got to respect a man who can level a building.
Thank you. He turns around and starts walking away again.
And where do you think you're going? And I start walking after him.
He turns, "Oh, I thought you were just paying me a compliment. Are you looking for a fight? What is it that you want, little dwarf?"
I was just intrigued. I wanted answers. I guess it's not my business, but
Here's your answer. Be an honest businessman. Do not lie. Do not try and cheat me. I will have my revenge if you do.
I can respect that. But I'm
Seems
no
like you are
businessman.
full of respect today.
And what is your name?
My name? Uh-oh. Shit, I forgot his name. Hold on. Oh, no, it's in the binder. One sec.
He doesn't have to give it to me. The DM binder. Binder's full of wizards.
My name is Ferris. It's very nice to meet you.
I am Balrog.
Welcome, Balrog, to my little experiment here.
Experiment. This is your town?
So much of this place is.
Seems like I should have been asking you for directions then than these ignorant townsfolk.
Well, what would you like to know?
I'm heading north, passing through. It's just assessing the lay of the land around, inquiring as to this fort up ahead, and where lands may be unkind to progressive thinkers like you and I.
Progressive thinkers. Interesting way of phrasing things.
Do these townsfolk do not?
At this point, 3 guards come around the corner holding weapons, and see the two of you chatting the street while other people like hacking up, and they start walking towards you guys, saying, "Hey, what's going on over here?"
You said this is how big of a town did you say this was?
Koldar is little. It's bigger than Fesbin. It's definitely a small city.
Okay.
And the man identified as Ferris looks at you and says, "Well,
I loosen my hammer, but I don't necessarily draw it.
I shall deal." Whoops. I will deal with these. If you wish to know more about me, meet me at the Black Mist Lake. I have a small tower there. We can talk in confidence.
You need a hand with these busybodies?
No, I can handle them. And he points at one of them, chants a spell for a moment, and 3 small darts fly from his fingers, striking him in the chest, and the guy collapses to the ground.
3 small darts.
Mm-hmm.
High level wizard then.
At least 5th level,
Yeah. All right.
but not 7th.
I will leave him be.
Okay. He starts, magicking the guards.
Okay.
Do you watch or do you leave or? What do you do?
I'm walking away. I'll keep an eye on it. Make sure he doesn't actually need a hand.
Yeah, I mean, he hits 3 of the darts with magic missiles. He falls down. The other 2 guards charge at him. He gets a second spell off. As one of the guards approaches, he just holds out his hands, producing fire from them, and the guard melts before him, just like melts into a pile of flame and burnt flesh. The remaining guard tentatively swings his sword at the spellcaster, but it whistles harmlessly over his head. And the mage makes a grab at the soldier's hand, and you see lightning kind of zap through him, like a large electrical shock run through the man, who crumples to the ground in a pile of like twitching flesh that shudders for a moment.
Yeah.
The wizard looks back at you and says, "Oh."
I'm a ways away. I was,
Yeah.
I had continued to walk. I just sort of
I mean, he
kept-
glances at you.
I probably kept an eye on it, and then as soon as I saw, I would have stopped and turned around and
Okay.
watched the spectacle.
He gives you a look. A ghost of a smile passes over his face, and then he starts walking further into town.
Okay. I guess I will leave town to the southeast. Have I heard of the Black Mist Lake?
You have. It is the lake to the northeast.
Okay. Maybe I'll ask one of the townsfolk on my way out. So I'll head to the southeast gate of town.
Okay.
I'll ask one of the townsfolk about the Black Mist Lake.
Strange lake over to the east. Recently, we've been calling it the Black Mist Lake because it's weird mist that's come over it. Didn't used to be there. Strange place.
Is it magical?
I don't know. My grandpa says that lake used to just be a normal lake, but sometime before I was born, this guy's in his mid to late 20s. Sometime before I was born, this weird mist started popping up around it, and ever since then, it's been overrun with, you can't see more than 20, 30 feet. Strange place. Eerie place.
Indeed. Well, thank you for your time, sir. And I'll leave town to the southeast and
Okay.
head pretty much due east towards the lake.
Okay. It takes
My
you-
usual jogging movement speed, 8 or so.
Okay, where is? There we go.
So presumably Ferris, if he's going there, will surpass me and get there
Yeah.
before I do.
It is. Yeah, we don't even have to do with food and water anymore. Isn't this amazing?
Yeah, I was
All your characters should be cursed.
almost wondering if you introduced this just for ease of bookkeeping. This is probably not the place to do it. I'm fairly good at the bookkeeping.
Yeah.
Some
no,
of your other players maybe could do with a curse like this.
Yeah, it's not for ease of bookkeeping. I'm not a lazy DM. All right, you're cursed. We don't have to worry about this stuff anymore. Blah blah blah. No. On your way to the Black Mist Lake, however, you come across something very interesting.
Planned encounter?
No, unplanned encounter. Well, planned and unplanned. The dice decide everything, but they're always plans, sneaking and snarking around. You are walking towards Black Mist Lake when you And you can see the mist off in the distance. You're not quite there yet.
Some fog
The sun is setting,
horizon.
so you're at the point where it's just -1, not -2, -2. When you see what, by all accounts to you, appears to be the smallest black dragon in all of existence. It's like 5 feet long with a tail length of another 3 or 4 feet. It's like this little mini black dragon that's like crawling around on the ground. It has a
Does it have wings?
squirrel in its mouth. Yeah, it's got little wings that are like tucked close to its body.
How far away is it?
And it seems to be chewing on a squirrel or a rabbit or some small animal. You spot it at a distance of 11 yards, so 33 feet.
That's quite close. It has not noticed me yet, or has it?
It kind of notices you as it's chewing on this animal.
Alrighty.
Okay. Initiative. We're close enough to a situation where we should roll initiative even if we're not necessarily in combat.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to try out my new spell.
Okay.
So I will be casting a Produce Flame.
Ooh. Roll for the initiatives then.
Yeah, 10 plus 5. 10. I don't know if this creature means me ill will, but it seems like too great of a challenge to pass up.
The creature goes first, and for its turn, it continues to eat the animal on hand.
Do I know what's the mythology of dragons? Like, are
they are rare and wondrous. People speak about them, but they are rarely seen. The world has not been around that long. In the very, very dawn of the world, there were a great many dragons, but very quickly they came into many problems with each other and fought, and now they've become very secluded and reclusive. Some places are haunted by dragons. So I should say, some parts of the world are still ruled by dragons, where dragons like have a dominance over land and collect taxes from all the people. Places like this that are fairly civilized have no dragons, and people never hear of them. It's just like, oh yeah, dragons are over here or they're over there. So they're rarely seen in this area of the world, but other areas of the world are quite common.
Very cool. So I don't have any sort of respect for dragons or anything like that.
That is up
Other
for
than
you to decide.
I mean, yeah, no mystical reverence to them or anything like that.
No, they are the first creatures that were born into this world before all others, before even the elves. So you have some respect for them in that regard, but they're still just creatures that were put into the world.
Yeah.
So you cast Produce Flame.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to go with my gut and strike first.
Okay.
I guess I don't get to do it this round, but next round. So, a bright flame equal in brightness to a torch springs forth from the caster's palm. Does not harm me, but it lights my way or whatever, and I can hurl it as a missile weapon. So I'll go ahead and back up a half move.
I think you get to throw it the round that you cast it.
You think so?
Yeah.
It lasts 1 round per level. Don't you usually start counting a spell's casting time from the round after it shows up?
I think that's one of those things that kind of fluctuates with the DM in the campaign. Like,
Okay.
I would say Produce Flame, you cast it and you get to make the first attack on the round that it is cast.
Mm-hmm.
And then thereafter you'd roll initiative, not at +5, but at whatever I would say whatever your normal speed is. So for you that'd be 3.
Okay, yeah, I can throw 1 flame per level, no more than 1 flame per round. So basically every round a new flame shows up in my hand for the next 3 rounds.
Right, and it's D4 +1.
Yeah, damage. And then any creature struck. If combustion occurs, must spend a round extinguishing the fire or suffer additional damage assigned by the DM. So basically catches fire if they don't deal with it. And it's treated like a, what do you call it? A grenade weapon or whatever if it misses.
Right.
With a 3-foot diameter. So you decide where it lands and how much fire it starts.
Okay.
All right, I will shout to get the dragon's attention, backing up a half move and chucking this missile weapon at it. I assume I just, as a fighter. So
yeah, it's throwing a rock. I'll give you proficiency with it.
So +1, -1 for the Twilight, so just straight up D20. 4.
Actually, I was going to give you you have infravision, so I was going to say Twilight's not an issue for you.
No, you were saying, but because of the light is still.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no penalties for darkness.
Okay, so I miss. You can.
Okay.
I'll pretend I was trying to miss.
Give me a D8 for the scatter.
1. So I
Okay.
overshoot.
Yeah, you overshoot. It lands directly behind it.
Probably set something
Burst.
on fire.
Okay. The creature turns towards you, sticks out its tongue, hisses, and roll initiative.
10.
Okay.
Using 3 for weapon speed because I'm a medium-sized creature.
It skitters towards you and goes and belts out a stream of acid at you.
Oh
Give me a
shit!
saving throw versus breath weapon.
Oops! What did I just close? I don't think it was anything important, but I closed some window. RG20, 16. I don't know if that's a pass actually. Ooh,
Versus breath
barely. My breath weapon is a 16, so I just barely pass. Rolling out of the way for a half damage, I assume.
Yeah. Ooh, just barely. You take... Oh god, I hate this D4. I can never read this damn D4. I should switch it out for another one.
Or repaint it.
You take 3 damage from the acid. And none of your equipment is damaged because you passed your save.
Okay.
So you manage to like belt to the side and just get splashed with a little bit of the side splash of the spell. And then you
Fuck the
hurl
missile.
your flame at it.
16.
16 is a hit.
D4 plus 1, 4, unless it's immune to acid or fire or anything like that.
It is black. It is not immune to fire.
Supposedly, it's supposed to spend the next round extinguishing the fire, although it doesn't have cloth clothes or anything like that. So I don't know if like the ground beneath it's probably on fire. But presumably,
Yeah.
if it moves from the spot, I don't understand how a dragon would.
I don't understand
Catch
how
on
dragon.
So as long I'm assuming as long as it doesn't stay in the same spot.
I mean,
it's
it might
fine.
have some sort of like napalm-like effect where the fire is on it.
If you want to rule that.
Yeah, I would say that if combustion occurs, it must spend around extinguishing itself. Oh,
Or
if
suffer additional damage. What is combustion? Is just if it hits, I think.
combustion means if something catches fire.
Oh, okay. And if combustion occurs. Okay, so no, nothing catches fire unless there's like dry
Right.
rust.
Okay,
Okay, yeah,
no.
it talks about combustion up above. Paper, cloth, dry wood, oil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. It just takes damage then.
And I'm backing... actually, it's not... I'll stay within 40 yards of it.
Okay. Initiative again.
Yeah. 12.
Okay. This time it runs straight at you,
Okay.
and it makes its 3 attacks.
2 claws and a bite.
2 claws and a bite. One of the claws criticals you.
Well, shit.
What's
size
your
is it?
AC right now?
15. Oh, 14.
Your AC is 14?
Mm-hmm.
One of the claws double crits you.
Well, then.
Give me a saving throw versus death.
Yeah, okay. How much damage do I take, first of all?
You take
Shit,
13
I failed.
damage.
13 damage.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to argue at this point that a claw is supposed to be treated as one size smaller than the creature using it, unless it's like an ape that has big-ass limbs.
Yeah,
You've sort of overruled that in some of your past campaigns.
it depends on the
So I
creature.
wanted-
A dragon, I would say its claws are definitely size small. Some creatures have their feet are
Yeah.
large relative to their body size.
Yeah.
Dragons have like typically small feet.
And it even says that in the combat tactics.
Yeah,
Typically,
I know.
they're one size smaller, but if it's got big-ass hands like a troll or an ape.
I would say a bear would also be same size.
Mm-hmm.
But a dragon, a claw is definitely smaller than the
Okay.
body. So yeah,
So what size is the creature? I do fail my save versus death.
it's small.
Okay. So
Well,
it's tiny claws sounds crazy. I mean, maybe it's small is fine. I mean, I guess if it's one size,
I know. You know, it's 5 feet long. That's a medium creature. So the claw is small, is what I meant.
okay. So yeah, D6. for
Okay,
severity.
so D10 for location is location 6. D6 for severity is 6.
Ooh, shit.
Ooh. Combat and tactics time indeed.
I
Critical
like the sound of
hits.
this.
Slashing
Death by
versus
cute.
humanoid. Torso, shield damage, torso struck, 1/2 move, and minor bleeding.
Okay, no
So
shield.
you're moving
right?
about at you're moving about at movement rate 2 now.
Well, fuck. Guess I'm not running.
That was just
I-
the first attack. Hold on, it has
Oh,
a
you
second
haven't even rolled
claw.
the claws yet?
Well, I did roll the second claw on the bite. The second claw misses. The bite hits. I'm just not happy with the dragon base attack damage never changing. It's just getting like +1 or +2 or +3 or +4. Like, it does not make sense for a tiny dragon to do 3d6 damage on a bite.
No, it does not.
No, I'm going to.
Are you
against
sure?
that.
Read the text. Are you sure it doesn't talk about like babies not? I don't know.
No, it says like your base damage is d6d6/3 d6d6 3d6, and then you get +1 damage per level of like per age category of the
I
dragon.
don't think they get their base damage until they're a certain size, until they're full grown.
I haven't seen anything about that.
I don't know. I would say DM overrule for now, but I can take.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna go grab the monsters manual and see if I can come up with it. So
Do come
do
up
it.
with something because
yeah,
I see nothing about that whatsoever.
whoa! I am awesome. Flip the monsters manual open, and I'm on Dragon General.
Page 64.
I'm on. Yeah, I opened to 63.
Yeah, because everything says there's nothing about that anywhere that I've been able to find. But I would say 3d6 is way too much for a small dragon. I would give it. I would give it 3d4 for a bite, not 3d6.
Still pretty bad.
Yeah, but it is a dragon with sharp
Yeah.
ass teeth.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You take 7 damage from the bite.
Okay. So am I able to backstep and chuck a fireball at it?
Yes. Yes, you are.
Even though I'm. So minor bleeding is like every turn, right? You
Every
said 7
turn.
damage?
Yeah.
7 plus 6 is 13. Okay. 19.
Ooh, hit.
Crit?
No, not a crit.
Unless the sun has gone down more.
No, not a crit.
5 damage. Needs to get max damage.
You know, let's move these to an area where I won't lose them. Okay. All right, you hit it for 5. Initiative. I don't know why you're doing this over your maul. Your maul does more damage.
Yeah, it was ranged and it was cool. I got to throw fireballs for 3 rounds.
Okay.
9. I'm casting a cause light wounds on myself.
Okay. The dragon hisses at you again, and can only use the breath weapon once every 3 rounds, so it attacks with tooth and claw again.
Goes first.
Yeah, goes first.
Yeah. I'm not doing too hot.
Armor class 14, you say?
Yeah.
One of the claws hit you for 1 damage.
Okay.
Its teeth grab hold of your chainmail and pull and rip at it, damaging your chainmail slightly, but not,
I apologize
hurting
for
you
the
any
ringing.
damage. It's fine. And the other claw attack batters you around and knocks you about a bit, but doesn't hurt.
Okay. All right. So I take 1 damage and then my initiative round.
Yes.
Okay. Do not fail my spell. Big money. 4. Ugh. Okay.
Total gain of 3 HP that round.
Yeah. Okay. Next round initiative.
Mhm.
I
Cool.
guess I'll smack it with them all.
You
9.
go first. You go first.
Or D20. Shit. 8. Not gonna
8.
do it.
Your maul swings wildly to the side and misses. Give me a save versus breath weapon as the dragon belts acid at you
Oh
again.
no. Shit.
Oh, give me a second save. Ugh. Okay,
Fail.
second fail. You still fail your save, so we'll take a look at the spells and magic critical hit tables for acid.
Are you? Oh shit! I forgot about
but
that.
no, it does no extra damage to you, but you do take
I'm gonna die to a dragon. A cute dragon.
3, 6, 7 damage from the dragon. From the acid, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And let's take a look at the spells and magic for the critical hits on acid.
I forgot this was even a thing. It hardly ever shows up.
Yes, yes. Critical. Oh, all right. So, let's give me a D10 for location 5, which is your abdomen. Area affected. What is the range of the breath weapon here? I'm not going to give it the full range. What's the stream of acid is 60 feet wide, 5 feet wide, 60 feet long. I wouldn't say a small dragon can't do that. I would say could do a third of that. So I'll say 20 feet long. So 20 feet by 5 feet is what? That's 100 square feet.
If it's a cone, not quite, but sure.
That's bullshit.
Hmm.
That's
Is that like as high as it gets?
yeah. That's literally as high as it gets. That's 100 square feet. That's D6 plus 1 strike locations. That's bullshit. No, we're not doing that. Yeah, this is totally a messed up situation. Well, no.
Don't have to use it. It's optional rules that we haven't investigated before now.
Yeah, I'll give it D3 strike locations, which rolls a 2. And what's your max HP? 32?
32.
And its max damage is 8, which is less than half of 30. Okay, so a location of 5 and a location of 7, each of which has a severity of D6. So a 5 and a 2, so I think the 2 is going to be nothing. But the 7 is
5.
Or the 5 is a something. The 5 is on the 5. Abdomen struck -2 to attacks. Victim reduced to half move. So you're at 1 movement rate.
Oh my god.
And let's just make sure that the 7 torso 2, yeah, no unusual effects.
Okay.
Okay.
I went first that round, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So initiative, I'll cast another Cause Light Wounds on myself. 13.
It goes first. It goes to nip you again. It nips you with each claw for 11 damage.
I'm down.
You're down.
I'm dead. GG.
You're dead.
I'm not
You're
dead,
dead?
but I'm in
Okay.
GG.
Yeah. What exact HP? 0 or negative?
No, I'm negative. 11. So, yeah. 11 takes me to 38, so I'm at -6.
-6. Okay.
Mhm. And the dragon eats me. Death by cute.
It might eat you.
I don't taste good at all.
You don't
It's probably
taste
already
good.
realized that.
Yeah,
bite
it would
back
come up and I mean, it wouldn't eat you because you are clearly undead, and dragons hate that. They love living creature. So it would pretty much just leave you there. You did take slashing damage, which would cause bleeding, but a lot of your damage was acid. But you did fall to slashing, so I would say you are bleeding.
I've got
You already
minor
have-
bleeding. I'm fucked. Unless...
Minor bleeding, you save versus death will solve.
Okay.
Unless,
Unless...
well, no, there's history behind this dragon.
Ferris shows up.
Yeah,
think I'm-
the dragon is Ferris's dragon. It's his pet.
Spoiler alert.
Well, not really, because no, it's Ferris's dragon. It's his pet.
Good thing I didn't kill it. Assuming I live.
Yeah,
Ferris shows up.
Well, let's see how many rounds it takes for Ferris to show up, because he keeps an eye on his pet dragon. So you bleed out, so 6, 5, 4. Okay, so you only actually have 4 rounds left to live.
Yeah, so bleeding, I just take 1 damage a round.
1 damage per round. All right, let's see if Ferris gets here in time.
No, we already determined that I can bleed, even though I'm undead.
Yes, yes. We're not breaking all the game rules. He's not immortal and not invincible. Well, wouldn't you know it? On the roll to see if Ferris shows up, we get 20, 20, 15, 15. He shows up in the very first round. I kid you not.
I'll take it.
You can't really see those dice, but 20, 20, 15, 15. And let's see. So he shows up in the first round. Let's see if he gets a healing check on you.
Intelligence check.
Yeah, yeah. It's fine. Okay. So you do get tended to by Ferris in time, unfortunately. But we're at the hour mark, so
Let's take a break.
we'll take a break. We'll come back. And since you're at -6, 7, I guess by the time he heals you, you won't be awake for a few days.
Yep.
And so in that time, he has plenty of time to figure out who
So-
you are and what you are, and use this
So
to
I
his
wake
advantage.
up in his grape dungeon. Necrophiliac Ferris. You can push to break as soon as you want me to quit sullying your good image.
There's no rape dungeon, but we'll come back in. I actually have to run about and do some things, so we're going to take a little bit of a longer break this time, but we will be coming back shortly. Probably like a 10-minute break, guys. But we'll see you
Okay.
soon. Bye-bye.
See ya.